Hey, good cousin. So I have thoughts, and this isn't my normal, but it used to be. So, as you know, I did a midweek check in on my 12-week year, and I was doing phenomenal. But apparently, after having a phenomenal day, the country wanted to go left, and I got distracted. And I realized that distraction took away from my joy, took away from my healing, took away from my purpose. And I understand there's so much that is going on in this country, and you have to be informed. But I realized just how much being informed was too much. And you're talking to somebody who was in the political space for years, and that's all I ingested over and over and over and over just to be informed. And it was so much that mentally I could not endure. And I realized yesterday, like mentally, I could not endure anymore. I'm so upset and frustrated when I think about it. Now, I'm not going to ignore it because I am one of those people who like to be informed. I have to be informed about what is happening in society, but there's a way that I need to have limitations on how I ingest and how I react to it because I have a mission. I have a 3-year mission. And I saw someone who said that it's weird how book content creators or other content creators are out here posting about the next read and all this other stuff, but the country's going to shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's all cool and everything. But joy is an act of resistance. Many times we don't have the opportunity and the space to just feel joy as Black women. We have to constantly be on. We are not supposed to heal. We are not supposed to be happy. We are not supposed to thrive. We have to be the backbone of everything, and everybody leans on us, whether it be in our community or outside of our community. Black women are supposed to show up as their full selves, not healed. We are drowning, but nobody's there to save us, but we still got to show up for everybody else. And it is tiring. It is frustrating. And I didn't realize how tired I was until I realized this morning that I was distracted because of how tired I was. And I talked about this on threads where I said that the tiredness feels ancestral. Like we have been in a cycle of being tired, of being sick and tired over and over and over because we're constantly being used. We're constantly being asked and demanded in a lot of cases to show up as our complete selves, where sometimes we just need somebody to stand in the gap for us. And when we had the opportunity to have someone stand in the gap for us, they shit in our face. Y'all, I am tired. And this is that realization post where I realized that I am tired of constantly having to inform, constantly having to show up, constantly having to um, be in places and be a voice where I shouldn't have to be a voice, where there should be some self accountability. Part of me wanted to show up, and then I realized it's taking too much out of me to talk to people who don't want to listen. And that could be for any arena, not just the political space. It's taking a lot out of me to show up for people who don't want to listen. And so I'm choosing not to do that anymore. I'm choosing to show up for myself. And on Wednesday, I was showing up for myself. And then on Thursday, I decided to show up in a different capacity, but it took so much out of me. It brought rage out of me. It brought anger out of me. And I don't want to do that. I am so tired of that space. And so what I am choosing to do is to refocus and shift. And for Black women out there being creatives, finding joy, finding happiness, don't let this society take that away from you. Don't let them guilt trip you into something that they're not willing to do themselves. And in a lot of cases, many people are not willing to do what Black women are willing to do, which is to show up constantly. Even when the situation calls for us to rest, we still show up. I think it's time that we rest. And I am going to personally rest in the fact that I am going to seek joy. I am going to seek peace. I am going to seek happiness for all of the things that I personally want to achieve. I want to be selfish as a Black woman because many times Black women don't get to be selfish. I am choosing me.